The entire village had gathered outside Chinedu's house because a man was screaming in labor inside. Not just shouting, screaming. The kind of scream that made people shift their weight, glance at each other, and wonder if what they were hearing was even possible. Women stood at the front, whispering. Men stayed back, confused. Children tried to move closer, but were quickly pulled away. Inside the house, the voice rose again. I can't do this. It's too much. Someone outside shook his head slowly. That is Chinedu's voice, he said. I know it anyway. Another man replied, Then tell me, how is a man inside there crying like a woman in labor? No one answered, because no one understood. The entire village held its breath, waiting, listening. No one dared to move. Then, push! A woman's voice shouted from inside. Confusion spread again. Fear followed closely behind it. Because whatever was happening inside that house, it had never happened before in Umoma.
2 months earlier, nobody would have believed this could happen. Not even Chinedu himself. Because if there was one thing everyone in Umoma agreed on, it was that Chinedu had a mouth that would one day bring him trouble. He was not poor, he was not weak. He simply had one bad habit. He talked too much and respected too little, especially when it came to women, and even more when it came to pregnant women. His wife was expecting their first child. Her belly had grown heavy, her steps slower, her body constantly tired. But to Chinedu, it was all an exaggeration. You people like to complain, he would say, sitting comfortably while she walked. You are just carrying a child, not a bag of stones. Sometimes, when she struggled to stand, he would laugh. If it were me, I would carry 2 at once, he boasted. The other women in the village heard him. They did not laugh. They watched him quietly. Because in Umoma, words were not just words. They had weight. They had consequences. But Chinedu did not believe in such things. One afternoon, his wife returned from the stream, sweating, tired, her back slightly bent from the load she carried. Before she could even set the water down, Chinedu spoke. Is that all? He asked. You went for hours and came back like this? She looked at him, too exhausted to argue. But he continued. I still don't understand what is so hard, he said. Pregnancy is just an excuse. A few women nearby stopped what they were doing. They listened. One of them shook her head slowly, but no one said anything. Because sometimes the loudest lessons are not spoken by people. That night, after eating, Chinedu stretched his body and lay down to sleep. The night was quiet, still, nothing unusual, until he heard it. A voice, soft, close, right beside him. Is it easy? His eyes snapped open. He sat up immediately. The room was dark, empty. His wife was already asleep. He listened carefully. Nothing. Just the normal sounds of the night. He exhaled and shook his head. A dream, he muttered. He lay back down, closed his eyes. Then the voice came again, clearer this time, slower. Is it easy? A pause. Then, carry me. Chinedu did not sleep again that night. He lay still, eyes open, staring into the darkness. His heart beat faster than normal. He listened. Nothing. No voice, no movement, only silence. By morning, he convinced himself it was nothing, a dream.
just a dream. But as he stood up from his mat, something felt wrong. His body felt heavy, not tired, different. He pressed his hand against his stomach. It felt tight, strange. He frowned but said nothing. Outside, the village had already begun its day. Women swept their compounds, men prepared for the farms, children ran about chasing each other. Life was normal, but inside Chinedu, something was shifting. By afternoon, he felt it again, a dull discomfort, then a slight movement. He froze. Slowly, he placed his hand on his stomach. There it was again, a faint push from inside. Chinedu quickly pulled his hand away as if he had touched fire. "No," he whispered, "that is not possible." But his body did not listen. By evening, his stomach had begun to rise, not large, but noticeable. His wife saw it first. She stared at him, confused. "Are you feeling well?" she asked. Chinedu forced a laugh. "I am fine," he said quickly, but his voice was not steady.
The next morning, the change was clear. His belly had grown, round, firm, impossible to ignore. Word spread fast. People came. They stood at a distance, whispering, pointing. Some laughed, some looked afraid. One man said, "This is what he was saying the other day, that he could carry two." Another replied, "Maybe something hurt him." Chinedu avoided their eyes. For the first time, he had nothing to say. Then the sickness began. He vomited in the morning, again in the afternoon. He could not eat properly. At night, he woke up suddenly, craving food he had never cared for. His wife watched him quietly. She did not mock him. She did not speak. She simply handed him water and let him learn. Days passed. His belly grew faster. Too fast. Within weeks, it was heavy. He struggled to walk. His back ached. His legs swelled. The same things he once laughed at now lived inside his own body. And then the voice returned. "Is it still easy?" Chinedu froze. He was outside this time, in public. He looked around quickly. People were there, but no one had spoken. At random moments, it came. When he tried to eat, when he tried to sleep, when he sat alone. Always calm, always certain. Fear began to replace his pride. This was no illness, no ordinary condition. Something was inside him, something that heard him, something that remembered his words. One evening, it pushed so hard that he cried out and fell to his knees. The villagers watched in silence. No one laughed anymore, because this was no longer funny. It was something else, something they did not understand. Then, without warning, a sharp pain hit him. He gasped and grabbed his stomach. Another pain followed, stronger. He fell to the ground. Sweat covered his face. I can't, he stammered. His wife rushed to him. Others gathered quickly. The women took charge immediately. "Bring him inside. Boil water. Move back." Within moments, the compound turned into chaos. Inside the house, Chinedu cried out again, louder than before. "I take it back," he shouted. "It's not easy. I know now." The women urged him on. "Push. Do not stop. Breathe." Hours passed. The sun shifted slowly across the sky. Still, the cries continued. Then, suddenly, silence. Everyone froze. The women looked at each other, confused. The child opened its eyes immediately, looked straight at Chinedu, and spoke. "The next time you mock a pregnant woman, I will make you carry twins."
Chinedu could not move. He could not speak. Then it began to fade, slowly, right before their eyes, until there was nothing left. No child, no body, nothing. Only silence. Outside, the villagers waited. The door finally opened. Chinedu was carried out, weak, shaking, changed. No one asked questions. No one needed to. Because from that day on, whenever a pregnant woman walked past, Chinedu never laughed again. You've been watching Dabi's Tales because every story deserves a voice.